EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, and they are in full roar as you get a look inside Lumen Field in Seattle. Tonight, it's the second game here on this wild card Saturday, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
It's the second of our two games here on this Saturday as Super Wild Card Weekend continues here on EA Sports. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The drive will begin with a run by Benson. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Zone read. Here's Benson. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. The slot man in motion right. Throwing, dart. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Giants.
On 1st down, right back to Benson. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Trey Benson, 29 yards. And the Giants will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Seahawks, nothing.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Sharp. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
Ready? Here we go. Set. Six.
They'll look to throw. This one goes underneath to Walker. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
Another Seahawks first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
70 pounds.
And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Come on. Viking 18.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's got room at the 30. He's got room to roam. And all the way down to the 5. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
And as you saw right there, this is a guy with pretty good speed for a tight end. Nice job there, catching the short throw and turning it upfield. He can also be a weapon downfield as well.
Here's Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
70, Hawk 70.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Steady Lions. Steady.
Back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up on 4th and goal from the 4. And this Giants defense able to come up with a goal line stand. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. In motion goes the tight end. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got him in. Complete. It's a big-time play there for the G-Man. 49 yards.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
Here's Dart. He's going to take another shot here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Let's go now.
Shotgun snap and a give to Benson. And he takes it down to 40 with a pickup of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. They'll go again with Benson. 57 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
1st down, Giants.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A give left side for Benson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
They go play action with Dart. Throw left side to Higgins. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
Giants, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
To throw, Dart. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now the former Sun Devil, it's Cam Scatterby.
And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, second down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
Benson will take it in for the Giants touchdown. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point attempt here still to come.
And it's good to make it 14-0.
It's the score, Giants 14, Seahawks nothing.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And that is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Get it. Cougar 19.
And second and 10. He'll look to throw again. Finding Smith and Jigba downfield. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
You get him. Go get him. You got motion man. You got motion man right there. Let's go. Viking 18. 18, Rattler, 18.
They'll set up a throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Sharp. From the 48-yard line, here's the second and 8.
Brings up second and 8 at their 48-yard line.
19 tight. Ready?
They'll look to throw again. This one into the hands of Pitts. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 46 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have cut it back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7.
Seahawks 7. Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A big play there for the Giants. 49 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
First down, New York.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On the handoff, Benson running right.
And he is going to lose yardage here. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Another run here with Benson.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
But backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Four minutes to play here in quarter number 2.
Dart from the gun on 3rd down. He'll try and do this himself. And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And his kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And just shutting him off there.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down into those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something, because right now they're just cutting him to shreds.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. He'll look to throw.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
So they'll get nothing out of that play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage, because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Cowboy 80.
They're going to try and throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years of not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Throw out wide to Walker. And they can't bring him down. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 17.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11.
Here we go. Nice Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Ready.
They'll set up to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw here. That is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the fourth down.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now a second and 10. Quick throw here, that's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And it's third down.
To throw his dart. He'll try to pick it up himself.
4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
A gain of 4 yards. And the Giants first down.
Throwing his dart. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
It's a gain of
A good pickup there, a 22.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Throwing from the gun here. Dart.
From left side, complete. That's Benson. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 25-yard line.
To throw now. Dart. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
They'll throw again. Dart. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
That's another Giants first down.
They'll run with Benson.
And it's a fumble.
And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. To the air, Dart.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
Malik Neighbors in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this.
And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
2nd and 10.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, 19 Lions, Viking 18.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line. Coming
to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here. Picked up by Javon Holland. But that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for second and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it third manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Giants first down.
On first down, it's Benson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
Well, the Giants are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
A give up the middle with Benson.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
He was brought down at the
Only a yard that time, second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
Here we go, set. 19-18.
He'll try again. And he'll be stopped up short as the tackle is made at about the 3. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. They'll try to throw for it with Dart. He'll try to pick it up himself.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So a big chance goes by the wayside there. A tough break on third and goal.
Yeah, as a general rule, you know you're usually not going to win games with field goals. But in this case, they have 3 points in their pocket.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle.
Kyle Pitts, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are back within a score.
No problem there on the extra point. And that cuts the lead to 24-17. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's second and 10. Play action now. Dart.
He's going to float this over the middle, deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Malik Neighbors with his second touchdown of the night. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and a lead now up to 14.
31. Seahawks 17.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, partner, coaches always...
And he coughed it up! And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland.
And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
They run over center with Benson. Down to about the 37.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
2nd down and 8. A give. Here comes Benson. 85 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a 1st down.
On play action, here's Dart.
Here's Higgins out on the right side. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Now a 2nd and 2.
At the 14-yard line.
A handoff here to Benson.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Giants, 1st down. It's a gain of 3. 1st down, Giants.
Running out of the gun here with Benson.
And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
The give now to Abana Campbell.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, They did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides would be thrilled with that.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Here we go. Strike.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Dexter Lawrence breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Ready.
Straight ahead, Walker.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw.
He completes this to Walker.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Another Seahawks 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard
Back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, break.
So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down.
Back to throw again. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he'll be touched down at the end, but a big play on that one.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
70. Ready.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Come on, come on. Hey.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal.
He'll try and do this himself. He finds Smith and Jigba in the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown.
4 yards on the touchdown grab.
And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this 4th quarter. as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
To throw, Dart.
He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Jalen Hyatt,
69 yards.
and the Giants use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Here we go, Jack.
They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a first and 10.
Ready, ready.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a second down and 9.
Let's go now. Ready.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll leave him with a third and just a yard.
It's a gain of 8.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Ready, break.
Here's second and 10.
Let's go. Bronco 80. Let's go.
They'll look to throw here.
That's caught left side, the tight end Pitts.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Third and 1.
Panther 11. Panther.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Got it. Ready?
For a Seahawks first down.
Go.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Let's go.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Cup 19. Cup 19. Ready?
They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
He'll try to do it himself. He'll try to do it himself.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Cougar 19. Ready?
They'll set up a throw. Now he'll dump it underneath, to his running back, complete. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in coverage. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1.
It's now 3rd.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly.
A great effort there with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. The fourth-quarter touchdown there, back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline and watch their opponent offer a really impressive.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Oh, he sheds himself free. Touchdown, Giants.
The CD, remember, he had a touchdown earlier, but that was in a much more conventional manner. This time picking up the fumble and taking it in for 6.
Yeah, you'll be able to see him have the scoop and score right there. Multiple touchdowns in this game for him, and he's not complaining how he got it done.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Seahawks. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff.
Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A gain of 3, second down.
Brings up 2nd.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their